Could doing this help a relationship after an affair? Could doing this help a relationship after an affair? Hi, my name is Cheryl Camarillo, and I'm a licensed clinical therapist, 30 years of experience, been working with couples that have experienced some type of cheating, whether that's affairs, pornography, use of men's clubs or massage parlors, things like that. And I've been in this field for 6 years, and I have a strong belief that couples, if they're both on the same page, can move forward and possibly save their relationship. If they're not on the same page, I want to at least get couples in a position where they each will be in a place to find a healthier relationship that's fulfilling for them. So I'm gonna name off these 4 boundaries that you might want to set, and then give you a bonus recommendation for the healing process. So I'm gonna show you my handy dandy board. I am picking up on this skill. Let me see if I can get that ring light out of the way. Okay, so the first thing I want to point out is that you can support your spouse, and there's 4 different ways that you can do that. The first way is by being transparent versus translucent. Transparent means that because there's been a violation of trust, because there's been a lot of confusion, the secrets have piled up, there's just a real need for the partner of a person that's had an affair or cheated to reestablish and rebalance. And part of that has to do with some reassurance in 4 different areas. And I've certainly been in counseling positions or watched some of my clients come in and say, this is the 3rd time that he's been caught, or this is, the 2nd time that I had a feeling that something was going on, but this time I pursued it. There's what usually happens is, 2 different directions. One of them is that there's going to be a lot of promises made, and because this is something that both parties want to see heal, they believe just by making the statement that I won't do it again, I'm not accepting that behavior again, that's going to help them move past the crisis. Now, some people, I can't tell you how many, but there are some that can do that. But for a large number, there are many who can't seem to figure out what the recipe is for healing. So this first part I'm mentioning has to do with reestablishing trust. And some men will say, well, Cheryl, you want us to have these 4 things that we need to give into. And if we give into these 4 things, isn't that just like being in prison? Aren't you just telling us that she gets to do everything that she wants and we need to bow to her needs? And I'm going to say that no, you are going to be offering up these changes in behavior so that she can be aware that you understand what's important to her and you understand what contributed to her loss of trust with you. The other side of that is for you as an individual that's been experiencing, this detachment, this distancing, this seeking out of other individuals to meet your needs, to get a dopamine hit or to get some attention, to address emotional issues. There's so many reasons that a person steps outside of a relationship. So part of that is needing to know what some of the guidelines are. And so these are kind of the, I had one person describe it as like those, in the bowling alley, there's those guards that keep the ball from falling off into the gutter. It's that same thing. These are going to be some guards to try to help keep you in line as you're trying to make the changes that you need to make in your brain. You have a brain pathway now, if this is something that you can't stop, that just continuously takes you there. So, 2 sides of this If you make efforts to change these 4 areas, this is kind of the beginning baby steps. And it's not necessarily about micromanaging from her side. It's more about reestablishing trust and helping her to reestablish that she is reality-based. Because before she thought everything was cool, and now she thinks that, you know, there's somebody hiding around every corner that you want to, you know, hook up with or talk to or get attention from. Now, you know, from the other side, you know, part of your journey as far as stopping this possibly addictive behavior or problematic sexual behavior is to have some, you know, guidelines, and those can sometimes come from support groups. If you go to Sex Addiction Anonymous or Sex and Love Addiction Anonymous or Sex and Pornography Anonymous, lots of anonymouses there. But if you go to those places, they run 12-step programs very similar to AA. And so I highly suggest getting in community and being around other men that are trying to make these kinds of same changes. So let me go ahead and change up over here. I'm going to say the first area that you can reestablish trust with your partner is in the phone. And by the phone, I mean being able to hand her the phone with the code so that she can just scroll through there and see if there's any messages from women at any time, any place, just to check and see if somebody's reaching out to you. And men, if somebody does reach out to you, highly recommend that when you're in a safer place in the relationship, that you be able to let your partner know that this is going on, not so that you're going to get in trouble, but so that, again, it's reinforcing that she doesn't have to keep looking for evidence that you are no longer, you know, that there's no longer fidelity going on in the relationship, that things are, you know, trust is broken and there's a lot of deceit going on. So, you know, the other ways that you can secure your phone is that you can actually get special apps that you can put on that, you know, might capture any kind of inappropriate content that goes on between you and anything that you're doing on your phone. And so that's where we're at with the phone. Number 2 is internet. If you have a laptop, you have an iPad, highly recommend that, again, you do some things to disconnect any opportunities for you to access, you know, sexual apps or dating apps, or, you know, if you're seeking other people out on Facebook or Instagram, being able to disengage from some of your social media, Snapchats, things like that. Anything, WhatsApp, anything that draws you in and allows you to continue to be secretive with your acting out. So internet is the second way. The third way is location. Now, being able to let her know that you are on your way home and then you disappear for an hour again, that allows her to start envisioning the fact that maybe you're not coming home, maybe you're acting out, maybe you're having contact with your affair partner, stopped off at a massage parlor, you know, calling old girlfriends, things like that. So you want to be able to provide location information. So some people use the iPhone app, other people use Life 360. Life 360 is not always 100% active. I have had a couple of times where the location of someone hasn't been immediate, and it's caused all kinds of anxiety. So don't immediately assume that just because you can't track somebody or locate them that they're hiding or seeking out ways to get access to their acting out behaviors. So just wanted to make a notation about that. I've certainly lost my daughter on Life 360 on several occasions. She has also turned off Life 360. She has also left her phone in places probably where I wouldn't be able to tell if she left school. Those are the old days. She's much older now and she can do whatever she wants. But, you know, within reason. you know, the fourth way that you can provide accountability for your partner to know what's going on is through finances. Are you allowing your partner access to credit cards? A lot of times when someone is acting out, they start doing things like, you know, like using credit cards, opening up lines of credit, taking money out of the, you know, the joint bank account so that they can provide gifts or offer money, pay for services, etc. So those are the 4 areas of support. Hold on, I got a dog barking in the back, so hold on. Okay, I think they've stopped. The 4th area, the bonus, is actually seeking professional help. Highly recommend that if you feel isolated, if you feel a lot of anxiety about talking about this or talking to other people about it or letting family members know, you know, please consider seeking out someone that's a professional that's trained in this. I'm a certified sex addiction therapist and also a certified sex therapist. There are people out there that are like licensed marriage and family therapists who are also, some of them are trained specifically in sex addiction, and then for women specifically, betrayal trauma. Well, actually, men can have betrayal trauma too. But anyway, the betrayal trauma component is really important. That's why healing is significant, and I love to be able to help women, you know, find their way out of one of the most overwhelming parts of their life, and then also getting through the crisis, starting to get more stabilized, and if it's meant to be, eventually reconnecting in the relationship in a healthy way. So if you are interested in seeking out any more information about this, I do have a webinar. You can look down in the description and actually hit the link, and I will send you several emails that have the information to 3 different webinars, and you know that they cover information regarding what is betrayal trauma. They also cover information on you know, how do you heal from this, and then what kinds of things can you do as far as self-care planning. And again, also, if you're interested in reaching out to me, you can, under the DM, say I have a question, and I'll try to respond back as soon as I can. I can also provide my email. It's Cheryl at CherylCamarillo.com. You can check out my website, and you know, stay tuned for my next video. My next video is actually going to be, why am I so angry and can't heal after this affair? So